Today's tech spot, we'll be having a look at the Rav Power RP-PB13 Power Bank. This would have the capacity of the 14,000 mAh as compared to the 10,000 mAh that Spot had looked at with the previous RP-PB04 power bank. Featured in the same box. This comes to us from the good folks over at Rav Power at www.ravpower.com. Indicated at on the back of the box, Dynamo on-the-go power bank for iPad, iPhone, iPod, most cell phones, and other mobile devices. And then indicated there's images of some of the devices that you can use it for, including PSP and MP4 devices. GPSs are also included as well. Tech support and support is available down below via email, website, telephone number. Should you wish to contact Rav Power, Spot's going to again provide the link down below to Rav Power as well. What I am going to do is take a break, going to get this out of package, and when we come back, we're going to get a better look at the Rav Power RP-PB13 Power Bank. There's definitely more to come. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. With the RP-PB13 Power Bank, you're going to get yourself an instruction guide showing you the features, specifications, how to operate, how to use, and how to charge using the power bank. You get yourself also additional cables. You get the main charging cable. Now, in this example, you've actually got two charging cables as opposed to the one that was with the previous unit the Spot looked at. I like the fact that we got two of them, though the functionality of having a USB plug, you likely may have the plug anyways for the unit that needs charging. But I like the fact that unlike the PB04, you get two cables. You also get yourself some adapters. Depending on which device you require needing to be charged, they have pretty much all the adapters there. Now, unfortunately, they don't have the adapters for iPhone 5, but again, I could imagine that being something that they will release down the road. Perhaps as a standalone adapter, perhaps they would release that down the road. And lastly, you get yourself a velvet bag, a little carry bag, enough to accommodate not only the power bank, but also all the adapters that you've just seen. Carrying it and having it all in one bag is definitely a smart idea. You don't want to have your adapters and the power bank loose, and if anything, I understand if they made the bag accommodating only the adapters, but I like the fact it's big enough that you can carry the power bank as well. Moving that out of the way, having a look at the power bank itself. Now, I would say, by comparison, the PB04, I'll bring it in right now, the PB04 versus the PB13, they're about the same size, give or take. Perhaps the PB04 is just a little bit longer, but size-wise and thickness, they're about comparable. I think the 13, though, the 13 is a little bit heavier than that of the 04. I do like, though, the fact that this one having a smoother surface, you still get a good grip from it, but I feel like I get a much sturdier grip holding the 13 rather than the 04, but both of which are still great, reliable units. It still has the same ports in the front, two USB outs, so you have out 1A, out 2A. You've got your SV in, your 5-volt in plug. So if you want to charge it, you can do so using one of those plugs. You're just going to take the supplied plug that was provided in with the power bank, find the appropriate adapter, just plug it into place, and you're going to take that, plug it in, and plug it into your USB via your PC, laptop, and to charge the power bank. That same cable can be used to charge your additional devices. You're just going to plug it into one of the ports, making sure, of course, the USB is facing the right way. Plug it into one of the ports, and then depending on which adapter you need, you just be plugging that in, and then plugging it into the device that requires charging. The one thing, though, that the 13 has that the PB04 did not have is that it actually has an additional flashlight. Something that may not seem like a good idea, but I like the fact that if you're charging something when it's dark and you may not be able to see what you're charging, especially say if you're stranded, your car's at the side of the road and you need to be charging a cell phone right away because you don't have a charge on your phone. Having the functionality of a flashlight seems like one of those ideas that really should be implemented with most backup battery devices. To turn the light on, you're just going to hold the power button. Now the power button, to press it singularly, to press it once, you're going to be seeing a 3-light charge, indicating that the unit is at full steady charge, that you can charge the devices. Obviously when that light gets lower and down to 1 light, that's when you want to be considering charging them. But to activate the flashlight, you're going to hold that on button, and you're going to have a flashlight where you're going to have accessibility, certainly in the dark, and that's something I'm really glad that they incorporated. To turn it off, you're just going to hold it again, and it's going to turn that flashlight off. Spot's had a look at a couple of external batteries. Charging batteries are always now, I think, something that you should always be carrying with you, especially if you're going to be traveling. Having one readily available, having something like this in your car at all times is always a good idea too. The functionality of having the light is definitely a plus, and I think having a device, it's sturdy and durable enough. I don't feel like it's going to be something that's going to be causing me issue down the road. I definitely feel like I got a very secure external battery. I'm also really happy too that Rav Power included 2 sync cables, 2 charging cables, though again, truth be told, being that it's USB, plugging anything in, like a phone, generally has a USB plug anyways, but carrying around 1 cable and several adapters is a lot better idea than having to carry 4 or 5 different cables depending on which device you need charging. Again, if you want to check out anything from Rav Power, I'm going to provide the links down below. Today's tech spot, we're having a look at the Rav Power RP-PB13 Power Bank. Certainly stick around, guys. Spot's got more tech spots heading your way. See you guys next time.